What's up, guys? Welcome to This Trick is Sick this week with Dave Palmer here. The host with the most, I guess. Hey guys, thank you for joining me with this LS engine build series that we've been putting on and everything. And I know we just got through with, we had to split it into two parts, our rods, pistons, rings, bearings, and whatnot. So this one, this episode, is going to be installing ARP. Now, we got ARP on the bottom end. We're going to do ARP bolts on the top end. Number 134-3609. If you want to go to Summit Racing and check that out, that's going to be your LS1 hex-headed bolt kit for your heads. So we're going to put those in. And then we're going to go with a MLS gasket set from Pro, model number 26191. It's for the 4.8 and the 5.3. So that way you guys know exactly what we're putting in ours. And I highly recommend the multi-layer, which all the LSs are going to be multi-layer. But Pro is one of my go-to guys on that stuff. So especially if you're shooting 200 or under on your horsepower shot on your nitrous. So, but I want to thank Kevin Blumenthal there in Oklahoma City, J&H Tire, Pete's Machine Shop, Summit Racing, MMA Max, Brian Foster over there, the Ampco boys over at Ampco Electric and Salsol, and everybody else that is helping us go along. And I know right now, we have so many projects going on, from painting cars and trucks to we've got a lot going on, guys. So I think right now, we're up to like 17 cars right now on our build list, and we're kicking out every week cars. So if you guys need anything, you know how to get in touch with us. We can get you guys taken care of, and I'm going to show you how to get these heads and put these ARPs on this LS engine. So you guys follow along. Thank you so much, and we all do appreciate you. So stay tuned. Thanks, guys. Got the stuff from ARP out. Also, make sure that your surface is clean, because remember, cleanliness is a huge deal with us. So we're going to make sure, before we put our heads, make sure that if you don't have the dowel pins in, like the machine work, that you go pick up a finish out kit. You can get those at Summit Racing, or you can get it down at your local O'Reilly's. Make sure that you get your little dowels in. This one's from Comp, so I'm just putting these things in so that I can put my my head gasket on. I'm gonna put my head gasket on both sides. You'll want to put these things on dry, and then I'll slide the head on. And then I'm going to put the ARP bolts in. Now, if you remember, in an earlier episode, we went ahead and we've already chased all of these threads already. So they've already been reamed out. Everything's good. Everything's clean. And whenever you do buy the ARP kit, you're going to get some specific directions on your torque. You know, where you're going to torque it at. It's basically the same as GM requires. You know, you start in the middle, 1, 2, 3, crisscross, back and forth. But they, here, I'll show you. It's on the directions, and before I show you these on the camera, remember, it's in like 25 foot-pound increments. So they're going to tell you which increments to do it in. So if you will look right here, see right there, it says 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You see what I'm saying? It's going to show you exactly your sequence of the way that you tighten it. And then right here on the left side, it's going to tell you to, tighten your 1 through 10 bolts, 25 foot-pounds. And then next, 1 through 10, 50. And then you'll go through and tighten 1 through 10 to 75. And then tighten 11 through 15 which is going to be it's going to be your upper bolts here, only to 25 foot-pounds. Remember, the ones on top don't get tightened near as much. So, and make sure that you add some of your apply the Ultra Torque lube that I showed you that I use on all my ARP stuff. So you're going to get these directions with it, and if you didn't, I just gave them to you. You can slow the video down and check it all out. So, and if you know anything from Chevrolet, they don't technically go on torque. They use that torque gauge, which I'll show you real quick. It's right here. This is a Snap-on model TA360. And what the deal is you got to put this on your torque wrench, and they use angles and degrees. So you can pick one of these up if you want to, if you're doing all stock stuff. And if you do stock, you'll have to abide by the angles. So remember, this is more of a performance build, so we're going to show you the way that we're doing it. So we're going to do it with ARP, and ARP still goes by torque. So they don't use that angle gauge. So, but anyways, you guys just check out the video, follow along, and I'll give you some tips and tricks along the way. And appreciate you. Thanks, guys. Alright guys, please keep in mind that you need to put your the ARP Ultra Torque on all your bolts. Now, just to give you an example here, your small bolts are going to go in the top here. And 2003 and earlier LS model engines, you're going to have one bolt that's going to be shorter than the others. You got these longer ones. I've already put the Permatorque stuff on all the bolts. And all the long ones are going to go in every location except for on the ends. Those two shorter ones are going to go on the ends of each head. So, and then your longer ones are going to go everywhere else. So, you're going to have them, let's see, make sure all your longer stuff is going to go everywhere else. So, but anyways, we'll get back to it, and I'll give you guys any pointers along the way that I can, just like now. So remember, two shorter ones here, longer ones everywhere else, and the little bitty guys will go here on top. So, all right, and oh, and we're going to start torquing everything in sequence. Remember, 1, 2, 3, 4, like so on and so forth, according to your ARP deal. And what you're trying to do is you're trying to crisscross, and you're working your way out like this on the head with the bolts as you're torquing it. 25-pound increments. Once you do 25, then you go 50, and then you go 75. So that's on all of them except for the little ones on top. Remember, they get, you start in the middle, you go 1, go back, go back, go back. Those only do 25 pounds. That's it. You don't want to go to 75 on those, you'll break something. So, all right, we're going to get back to it. If there's anything else I can think of, I'll give a reminder. Thanks, guys.
Get ready for a deep dive.
All right, guys. I got all the bolts started in the heads. I was actually using my little Snap-on Impact ratchet wrench. I didn't run them down all the way. I just ran them kind of close. It kind of helps me go faster with everything. So please keep in mind that whenever we're doing this, we're going to start in the center and we're going to work our way out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to work our way out like that. We're going to start at 25 foot-pounds. We're going to do all of the middle, and you'll work your way out in a circular motion. So you'll go from the first one here, 1, 2, 3, 4. You'll work out. So you'll just kind of crisscross and come back, and you're trying to make a circle and work your way out. If you have any questions about that, SAS Design engine books will give you a color picture of that on how you're supposed to do it. But we're going to start at 25 foot-pounds. We're going to go to all of the head bolts in a circular pattern until we get to the exterior ones. Then we'll go to 50 foot-pounds, do all of them. And then the very last one, ARP actually calls for 80 foot-pounds on these. I may have said 75, but it's 80. I just checked the paperwork. 80 foot-pounds, the last torque. And then you will do the small bolts that are up on top. Now, please keep in mind that anything from like 1997, 98, the LS1s that were in the first series of Camaros and Corvettes, all the way to about 2003 is going to have 3 different types of bolts. Anything that's 2004 to the present on a 5.3 is actually going to have 2 style of bolts. When I say 2 styles, it's 2 lengths. So the older engines are going to have the 3 bolt pattern, which will be the medium sized bolts will be on the exterior ends. Your longer ones will be in the middle and on the ends here. Your little ones will always be on top. Now 2004 and newer, you're only going to have the little ones across here, and all of these will be the same length. So keep that in mind, but just follow along. Like I said, we're going to start in the middle, we're going to work our way out, and then we're going to start in the middle and work our way out. What that'll do is that'll roll the head metal and it'll seat that gasket perfectly, and you have got to do it in a circular motion. Like I said, you do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, so on and so forth. You're going to start and just keep going in a circular motion. If you do not understand what I'm saying, like I said, SAS Design books that you can pick up at your local O'Reilly's. You may have to special order them. A lot of times they have them on hand at AutoZone. Will give you color photos and a diagram on how you do that. So that's the best way I can describe it. But let's get these heads on. Let's get them wrapped up. And let's get this little 5.3, get these heads on here. So thanks, guys. Well, that's the end of this little episode where we got the heads on and everything. Everything went smooth as silk. Please take in consideration all the advice I gave on the 04 and up, the double bolts, and the 03 and down. You got 3 different sizes in bolts. Like I said, you use the torque angle gauge from Snap-on with your torque wrench whenever using stock bolts, but with the ARP, just follow the recommendations. I think 03 and down is 75 foot-pounds for the big ones, 25 for the small ones, and 04 and up is going to be the 80 pounds and 25 on the small ones. So 80 pounds on the rest of the larger ones. So anyways, thank you, Kevin Blumenthal. There in Oklahoma City, J&H Tire, Summit Racing, MMA Max, all the Ampco boys, Old Brad Denner, J&H Tire. You guys are going to have to come out. Everybody's going to have to watch him. Andrew Bohannon and Wesley Bourne and all these other boys race over there at Tri-State Speedway here the next 3 or 4 weeks. So I know a lot of them are racing. Some are, some aren't. We haven't been out there just because it's been a little warm. So just not wanting to mess with it, not wanting to deal with it. So we've been in here hustling, bustling because we have an air-conditioned facility here, and it's a lot nicer to work in. So also new sponsor is going to be coming along. It's called Cheetah Race Engine and Development LLC. Also thank you to those guys too. So anyways, thanks to everybody. Please stay tuned in, subscribe, hit like, and remember, you must do the subscribe and post a comment on every one of these 8 to 10 part series on this LS build series to be eligible to win that LS motor. So there's only a few guys eligible, not very many, but I wanted to make sure to remind everybody that you need to make sure to watch that. So also in the comments, please post what you guys would like to see, and I think that we're going to do a little bit of build series on a not just tips and tricks on some hot rods, but we're fixing to start a 383 stroker that we're building for a guy, and everybody's requesting that we do a build series on the old school stuff. So anyways, any kind of pointers, tricks of the trade, anything like that, please let me know. If there's any real specific information that you're needing to know that I did not go over, please go pick up SAS Design Book there at your local AutoZone or O'Reilly's, or you can order it online. That will give you the fine-tuning details. Like I said, this is not a specific layout of every single thing. I'm just kind of going over the rough basics to get this motor together and to show you how easy it is to do this when compared to an old school motor. To me, this is easier than the old school motors. So, and I'm sure a lot of you guys will agree. So pretty cut and dry, pretty basic. So thank you guys again. Thank everyone. We appreciate you. God bless and Godspeed. Have a good one, guys.